Welcome to You Ask Swish Answers, where I answer your questions on arachnids and exotic pets. This week's question is highly asked all the time. Why do spiders fast? So tarantulas can go a really long time without eating. We're talking months, even close up to 2 years. And that's just depending on the species too. And this is largely because they have very slow metabolisms. So their bodies don't require excessive feeding to maintain energy. And there are a few reasons why you would see your spiders fast. One is acclimation. If you just received your tarantula, it's going to take some time to acclimate. It can take up to a few weeks, maybe a month, and during this period it may refuse food. But one of the biggest reasons is their molting cycle. So in pre-molt, tarantulas will stop eating completely, and you might see signs like increased hiding, more burrowing, sometimes hair loss on their abdomen, or a shiny like brick patch on their abdomen. Some species will also go as far as sealing themselves off completely in their burrows. These are just strong indicators that your tarantula is preparing to shed their exoskeleton, and they should not be disturbed. Species differences also play a big role. Aphanopalmas are known for their prolonged fasting periods, slow growth, and they go a really long time burrowed. Adults of this species only need to eat every few weeks, so frequent feeding isn't necessary. And in fact, overfeeding can actually prolong their molting period. So after a molt, it's better to reduce their feeding schedule than constantly offer them food. So because of all of this, long periods without eating is completely normal. But what's more important than food is hydration. Dehydration is about number one on the list as to why your spider may pass away. Even during fasting periods or where you see your tarantula is excessively burrowed in its enclosure, always provide a water dish because you never know when they'll come up, take some water, and go back down. And it's also best to avoid stressing out the tarantula by constantly trying to feed it during this period. So if your tarantula is not eating, it does not mean that there is something wrong with it. Of course, there may be some other issues underlying. They can be a bit more serious. Reasons can be either impaction, stress, or dehydration. But if your tarantula isn't eating, it doesn't automatically mean that something's wrong. It's usually just a part of their natural biological cycle. I make these videos weekly. So if you have any questions on arachnids or exotic pets, drop a comment down below. That was your answer for today's question, and I'll see you in the next one.